Hello, disc golf fans. You've made it. The final round, back nine coverage of the 2022 European Open here in Nokia, Finland at the Beast course. We have a battle of the ages brewing. Eagle McMahon, Paul McBeth. One stroke separates these two giants as they take on one of the most famous courses in disc golf. Jeremy Colling, joined by the perks of disc golf himself, Nate Perkins. What do you have to say about what we are witnessing right now?
Well, first I got to say it's a huge honor to be sitting here in this booth with you, Germ, witnessing and voicing over one of the best battles I've ever seen. And this back nine is so challenging. Every hole could be the hole that determines the McBattle.
You know that these holes are all important. Every shot's important, but you also know the final four holes are the holes that are the most challenging on the course. Mm-hmm. And when you finish on the toughest holes in the course, it just has a very special feel. You know that everything that you do now is important, but really it all comes down to the smallest mistakes that can potentially happen on those last four.
Actually overheard Paul McBeth talking to Kevin Jones in the final round saying it's going to come down to hole 17.
Wow.
Straight from the man himself.
Wow. Well, let's see if that comes to fruition. These players have never been separated by more than 2 or 3 strokes most.
An Eagle
that is so
correcting
far.
on his mistake from round 3 and just punishing this DD3.
He's got 260 to the pin, if not less.
Did you happen to see the face that he was making before he was throwing?
That's what an eagle looks like when it soars down and catches a fish in its talons. That's the I'm hungry face. McBeth, this is a little wider than prior rounds, but he's still going to swing inside that tree and set up that range where he's been executing that approach all week.
Yeah, he would have liked that to have skipped.
Yeah,
I think he's been throwing Buzz into the green. I'm curious if he's going to go with Buzz again from that distance.
Yeah,
he's a little further, right?
Yeah, I think he'll be right around 375.
Okay.
Right in that neighborhood at least.
It's a big shot with the Buzz.
Yeah, slightly downhill. It feels like a pretty full throw, but for McBeth, I mean, he can get this mid-range 400 no problem, but does he want to? A lot of trust with the Anheuser angle from Chandler Kramer. Another beautiful throw. I mean, just working all the angles.
There's a good look at our crowd right there.
No kidding.
That's a few thousand people just in that frame.
There's a few thousand people in this frame, Nate. Oh my gosh. Wow. Just take it all in. This is an experience that, you hope to be able to make your way back to league card final day here at the European Open, but there's a good chance for all these guys. I mean, maybe not McBeth and McMahon, who've clearly shown that they belong here at this course, but for Kevin and Chandler to come back here and do this again, it would be a miraculous feeling, and you just really want to absorb everything that's happening and also focus on the throw at the same time. It's McBeth skipping up inside the circle.
So he did disc up. I believe that's his Onyx. Is he going roller again?
I think he's got to be going forehand roller. I mean,
this is such a difficult shot to even consider.
Oh, catching the net. That's going to roll out of bounds.
Is that?
Yeah.
No, that's mean.
I think he was initially concerned about the speed going out of bounds out the backside.
That was just mean.
Yeah.
I mean, the roller's going against that.
Yeah, the whole point of throwing the shot is to avoid the out of bounds down the right.
Well, that was a pretty disc. Whoever died that one up.
That was a pretty throw, whoever threw that one. I didn't see the die on top. No, I just...
Beautiful.
I missed that one.
And Eagle I mean, he's
I think
3/4 of the way done with this hole. He's going tactic into this green.
I don't think they make a disc slower than the tactic, but I think the tactic is too fast of a disc for the amount of length that Eagle has left. Oh, come on.
Oh, yep, I'm done rolling in the bullseye.
That's the roll Chandler was hoping for.
So what ring is Eagle flashing for that one, Jeremy? He's won a major before, right?
The only major he has is a European major, the Konopiste Open in 2018.
Okay.
So that's the ring he's flashing right now.
It seems like he's won more than that, doesn't it?
He almost won the 2017 Australia Open, had the lead going into the 17th hole of the last round, and
speaking of battles, that was a battle.
that was a really great battle. There was a round
shooting 16 and 17
under pars, yeah. McBeth, a rare miss inside the circle. I can't recall another miss inside the circle this week for McBeth. He has been putting phenomenally well. Kevin Jones in for the birdie, and there's a good look at that tie-dye. Is it Kevin just humming tunes in his head as he's walking by? Constantly working on his DJ skills.
We're still lucky to have Kevin. I mean,
he could have gone to.
Well, he loves creating music. I mean, I think more than disc golf. So I'm happy we still have the man playing in our sport.
I've heard in different times Simon say that he likes darts and pool more than disc golf, and it's just different times and different periods. And you know, as you're playing disc golf for a living, sometimes it changes what the sport is to the player. And obviously, those players aren't going anywhere; they're disc golf for life. But Kevin Jones, he's good enough at DJing that he could potentially make a good career in that once he's done throwing discs on the course. But for now, he is out here putting on a performance, currently in third place as we move to hole 11, a hole that we have seen Eagle just decimate with the big hyzer. Between McMahon and McBeth, they are perfect on this very difficult hole. I could easily see a 2-stroke swing on this hole.
Yep.
And out of bounds early is very common.
He's hit that gap. He's hit the gap every time.
Yep. And this is the farthest he's been from the basket. He's 13 meters out.
This is reverb from Kevin. That looks great.
That's the gap you're looking for.
Oh,
that's just...
Come on.
Can't dial it up any better than that. Heavy hyzer angle out of the hand. Just hold the line the entire way and just knife down to the ground. Beautiful throw. That looks so good.
There's thousands of people here, and before every shot...
Oh, wow! Through the thick of the bush. That was the potential for the 2-stroke swing.
That was it right there.
And yeah, to your point, yours.
Well, just how quiet it is before every shot. It's such a professional crowd, you know. They're here for good disc golf.
Oh, once again, on the right side of the stake is Chandler. It may have struck the stake, but it was certainly on a course 4 out of bounds, and he's going to take... Oh, actually, I don't think it did. Yeah, I don't think it did, no. Oh, I thought he drilled that. A great effort. That is where you see so many par attempts taken from that very spot. Now, Eagle knows he's got to put this in. McBeth is very close. Oh, man.
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi, oi.
That was a lot of change.
That was very centrally positioned. McBeth not one to surrender easy putts.
Gets
multiple holes in a row.
Yeah, gets it back right away. You're a genius for thinking of Matt Dollar that quick.
Oh, no.
You really are, though.
Quitos. Chandler, he didn't go out of bounds. He's still, unfortunately, going to take his second consecutive bogey here on this back nine. That being said, he's still 21 under par. I mean, that is such a great score to be at this point in the event. For most players, you're feeling really good at 21 under par.
And we take the longest walk of the round, cross the street again for 3 holes. Hole 12, par 4, 183 meters. Really tricky tee shot. We've seen Eagle going with the ripping roller.
McBeth as well. I mean, they're playing this course. A lot of these holes, they're playing the exact same game plan and the same exact execution as well. It's except for the times we've seen McBeth go with the forehand. Everything else is pretty much shot for shot. The key here, you have to get up the hill to the right.
Yep.
If you go down the hill to the left, you essentially have no look to the pin. Kevin, that's really high, and that's going to be 450 feet short. It's going to be almost... There's almost zero way to get to the pin from that short.
That's a tough up and down. The same disc that Paul's been rolling on 4. This is the heat.
Once again, I want the viewers to pay attention to how close to that tree on the other side of the pine this roller lands. He is.
Oh, I like this angle.
Oh, catches the last bit of the limbs on the pine.
Did that just kill it?
I believe so. And McBeth's been trying to hit that line all week. He's done so successfully. This time, just catching the outer limbs, and this opens the door once again for Eagle with a good roller. I mean, when his roller's been clean on this hole, which has been, I think, every round. Yeah, there's that grimace.
I need this camera view every time. I love to see the pre-shot routine.
But if Eagle executes this tee shot, he's essentially giving himself that stroke back that he just lost on 11.
Bye-bye, Zin.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Oh,
And,
perfect.
Yep. Over the hill and to the right. That is the play that you must make. That is just...
Yeah, that's an impressive forehand. Up and over anything over the hill is impressive, and that is...
Don't do it again. Okay, that's fine.
That's Chandler's boss.
Sacrificing the body, laying out for the best possible angle. I guarantee you that was not an attempt to lay up. McBeth still trying to find a way to get himself in potential throw-in range or something, but that was 100% full send.
Yeah, it's a great shot from short of the hill.
Yeah, it's really all you can do. I mean, maybe a backhand cut roller, but it's not likely.
Yeah, there's a lot of risk involved with that shot. It gets pretty gnarly down and to the left of this green.
What a shot from Paul. Oh my gosh. Still had a lot of work to do to save the par.
Here's that Dos X disc again, and look how far he goes. What a tee shot to get.
Yeah, and once again though, he's not quite dialing in those approaches the way he needs to. That has to be inside 4 or 5 meters for Chandler. I mean, that was a perfect drive. And he knows that. He needs to not put that stress on himself to make those back edge of circle putts. He has not necessarily had a great day on the putting green. McMahon will be taking the birdie. Once again, we will be tied at the top.
Back and forth.
And Chandler making the putt. It's a good feeling when your putt saves your approach. It's not a good feeling when you miss the birdie that you knew you should have had. So good work there for Chandler. And really good work for Eagle. I believe he got this one all 4 times as well.
Which holes did he not get all 4 times?
I mean,
it'd probably be easier to count, right?
He birdied 1 all 4 times. He
didn't get 2 every time.
He didn't get 2. He didn't get 3. He had the out of bounds tee shot, but fairly certain he got 4 all 4 times.
And he's been smoking the 13th. I mean, his drives have been here.
Yeah.
Off to the right, just from here. I mean, he's had 150 feet into the pin each time.
Close to jump putt range every time.
Yep. He's just ripping that Zen.
That poor
hill.
disc. I mean, really, think about the disc here. No one's ever putting any thought into the disc and how it feels. Just being ripped at 83 miles an hour straight into the ground. No, thank you. Oh, that's just as good, or if not better than any other round we've seen. I mean, OB long. I mean, there's no OB, but if it rolls eventually, it'll go out of bounds somewhere. I mean, you have to be on the course.
Leaves the city of Nokia.
Oh, the gallery is just so far out of the landing zone. They were in no danger, and then a disc just comes rolling at their feet. And like, what's going on here? No, that one limb. Still a good result. That limb normally punishes anything that it hits, and that time Chandler making it all the way out the gap.
It's like a little Mac line right there.
Mm-hmm. Kevin, a good angle with the forehand out the gap. That's exactly what you're looking at for the forehand.
Yeah, that was reverb from Kev. Probably the best forehand we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, it's on this hole you're saying?
Yeah.
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 Oh, no. My goodness. McBeth has launched left. In years past, that has been out of bounds. But they took away the out of bounds line.
Really? So he's going to be safe over there?
It's safe, but oh my gosh.
Where is he throwing?
He is going down 12's fairway. He is looking down the opposite way and not really getting much distance. Oh, yeah, that's back in the fairway of the hole they just played. And I do not know what he's going to have from there, but my gosh, it's not going to be good.
So it's safe in 12's fairway.
Yeah, you can play it down 12's fairway.
Well, he's going to be completely blind to the pin.
Eagle's got an easy birdie. I mean, we are looking at a 1, if not 2. I don't think it could be 3, but I mean, a huge change could potentially happen here. Chandler missing the speed just a bit. He's going to be at the bottom of the hill, and now we can see. Okay, at least McBeth has an open look at whatever he's trying, but like you said, completely blind to the pin.
Through the tree, bullseye?
What?
That's how I feel.
Yeah. Oh my word. What?
I'm stunned from that one, actually.
I mean, in a way, that's, even though Eagle is stepping up here and having just a short pitch down to the pin for the birdie, I wonder if that hurts to even see that, knowing that you feel like you're about to get 2 strokes on the guy you've been battling all week. Nope. Now I got to get up and down, otherwise we tie on the hole.
That's a good point.
And McMahon has kind of gotten it's okay.
Yeah, that's close.
It's pretty good, but
might be a little obstructed right
he
there.
certainly wasn't aiming to go down the hill. That's what Paul does. He forces errors with his opponents with his brilliance. A nice attempt at the classic horseshoe putt from Chandler, but another missed putt in the circle. And he's going to look back and he's going to have a lot of what ifs. The putt was obstructed, but it finds its way in the chains. The birdie is now collected, and McMahon will have a 1-stroke lead going into the final 5 holes.
Yeah, Kev is playing some great disc golf today.
Really has. That moves him down to 8 under. No bogeys. Hasn't really been in any danger to speak of all round. 0 OBs. He hasn't had to make any really big putts. Just kind of doing it the way you want to do it. Moving up to hole 14. This par 3 is 361 feet. Maybe slightly uphill. Not much. It's pretty flat. Players are going to want to hit this gap. A few forehands coming up. A few backhand turnovers. A good hole to throw good pace at because the ground is very Velcro-y. It really collects the discs, and there's even that backstop behind it.
We've seen Eagle kind of misfire on this hole. He's been attacking it with an MD1 and just kind of going inside and catching that pine. I've got a feeling he's going to be changing up his game plan this round.
I mean,
he's missed it. He's missed it 2 rounds in a row now, and he is.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I believe this is
a driver.
This is FD2. Oh, and correct, he does.
I mean, making adjustments is just all he's done this entire year. Why would he stop now?
This is flippy FX2 for Kev.
Serviceable. Maybe just inside the circle.
And we're going to see Chandler with a forehand. And I heard a little rumor about a hole-in-one on this hole.
No kidding.
Yeah. Did you hear anything about that, Germ?
I got to see it firsthand because it came out of my hand. Last round, ace at a major, truly special feeling. And the fact that I finally got one on video from multiple angles. Go check that out on my Instagram page.
Go check it out, guys. Incredible hole-in-one from Big Germ. Well done, man.
Thanks for the shout out. Paul hanging this wide, just hanging on. Oh my goodness, that was so close from getting batted down.
And for the third hole in a row, you kind of saw Paul slip on that front foot. 12 and 13, he looked at his feet both times after the tee shot.
Chandler, I mean, you don't know what you're going to get from this guy.
Forehands and stable spin putts.
He's still battling out there, still 4 under par. I mean, just 3 bogeys, yet 7 birdies to offset the bad stuff. All these missed putts. I mean, he could be shooting another 10 under round right now if he was cleaning up the greens. So as we would expect, a star frame on the last hole that averages below par.
Okay.
Heading to the tough stretch, 2.43 average. This is actually the second easiest hole of the day.
So second easiest, you cross back over the street into the park. You're playing the most difficult hole in the course, and you're in front of the biggest crowd that disc golf has ever seen. I mean, this 15's tee is up on this hill, and you can see all of 16, 17, and 18, and you can see just how full this park really is on Championship Sunday.
I have to give a strange shout out real quick to one Calvin Heimberg. Finished even par on this hole with 3 birdies. And the one round he decided to lay up and play it safe, he took a triple bogey 6.
He birdied this hole 3 times?
He birdied this hole 3 times. What does Eagle do? This is looking to be going out of bounds long left. At least he gets the cross, but oh my gosh, that was way closer than I thought it would be. I thought he was going out of bounds the whole. That was continuously flipping up.
Oh, what a huge moment. Paul can just lay up and take a stroke now.
A huge opportunity for McBeth to play this one safe and see what he ends up doing.
My body's so tense here in the boot just re-watching this. This is incredible.
Kevin turns his layup over just the slight bit. He's going to be in the bush, safe.
Come on, Chandler, turn it. Going boss. Hold that turn.
That's just coming out
That's flexing out early.
And you should be able to retrieve that disc, but there is a pond on the other side of those trees. Really hoping to see him put one close after birdieing it first round with a forehand.
Paul has driver. Is he not laying up?
Sometimes the only way to play safe is to be aggressive.
Oh, huge mistake from Paul.
Wow.
Throws the Onyx low. I just assumed he was laying up to take an easy stroke because Eagle is certainly just going to be laying up for his bogey. Maybe he was thinking that he wanted 2 strokes right then and there.
I mean, that would have been a huge play, but a misfire from McBeth, and now Eagle he's going to be long ways away, but he has a potential look for the par. I don't see him running it.
No, he has a stroke. If he was back,
yeah,
I think certainly.
Yes, yeah. Mentioning Calvin with the birdie on this hole, the only player in the final round on the course to birdie hole 15
Was Calvin?
was Calvin.
Oh. That just shows you how menacing this pin location is.
So the $10,000 ace bounty, unfortunately, was not struck, but there were a few good runs at it. I mean, we saw Calvin nearly ace it. A guy on my card, Elias Griepler, he had a great ace run in a wild day in the rain.
And a big thanks to Acon Trampolines.
Yeah.
They've got the best bounce in the business.
That's what they
and
say.
And the best slogan, I think.
Yeah, I thought at one point when I was playing basketball that I had the best bounce in the business, but it turns out that was always Acon. Hole 16, par 4.
Give me your best breakdown of hole 16 right now.
I mean, the nerves have got to be just running through these players' bodies right now. I mean, this is a relatively simple tee shot, but if you go out of bounds somehow, your game plan is shaken. You must get this in. From there, it's a relatively easy approach for the way that these guys have been throwing. But with Eagle having one stroke heading into these final 3 holes, he must stick 16. It has been alluded that hole 17 would be the make or break of this event, but it could easily be 16 if the players do not execute game plan. There's no problems at all with this tee shot from Kevin. That sets up about 320 feet.
That's right where he wants to be for his forehand in.
Steep hyzer.
Is that too much hyzer, Germ?
It's going to be close.
Okay.
It's going to...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's inside 300.
Yeah, that's a good place to be. Close to that out-of-bounds line down the left side. Makes the hole short.
Hey, did you ever try this line after watching Chandler?
I feel like after failing to get in bounds 4 different times throughout the week, that I should have. But no, I never really seriously addressed that as an opportunity. And McBeth, he hangs this out way wide, and he is going to be in that back portion. He's in bounds, but that's a daunting place to go for the green. I mean,
yeah, that's closer to like 330.
I'd say 350.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
so
a
he's
long
going
way.
Full force right here.
This is a huge shot. This looks good. Oh, this is great.
Wow. That
match play.
Yeah, you can hear the crowd. That is a huge moment in the tournament.
I've had the pleasure of playing on lead card final round here at this event before, and I've taken a picture of this gallery because I was just so wrapped up in playing, but also in the moment of what we were seeing with the spectacle of the gallery. And once again, you just got to take a look around and appreciate what's happening here in Finland.
So we actually missed Kev Heiser, his forehand right of the island, and then he opted to lay up his third. Eagle sticking with the tilt.
Oh no. This is so wide. Wow. This is wide as well, but I think this is coming back in bounds. Oh.
We're going to be tied up.
We're going to be tied up.
I mean, what a miss with the tilt, but then to correct after such a huge miss.
Yeah.
That was huge.
And this will be a bogey coming up for Kevin. Paul, not one to not take advantage of an opportunity given to him, collects the birdie. A poised approach for Eagle to take the par, but his lead is gone. They are now tied. And as you see Chandler make his birdie, Kevin, he has a lot of strokes on fourth place right now. He is fine with taking the bogey here. Just didn't want to run into a situation where he started getting uncomfortable and throwing at the green over and over again and relinquishing that lead he has on fourth place rather. 17. Nate.
Second hardest hole to birdie on the course outside of 15?
Yeah, I think 15 and 17 must be the two hardest holes to birdie.
140 meters. It's slightly downhill, but the fairway just points directly toward that OB. It's inside the circle. There's OB right. You can't overturn it. The forehands like to pick up and roll out of bounds.
There's not many things really going for the players on hole 17. This is how can you manage this fairway in an aggressive yet conservative way at the same time. It's not easy to do. That's a lot of power. That's got a lot of hyzer angle. I'm okay. That's the good roll.
Okay, this is Reaper.
Must get this to turn right now. Turn right now. Oh, McBeth has gone out of bounds. There is nothing stopping this from OB. That is an early mistake for McBeth and a huge open door now for McMahon to get one in bounds.
Deep breath. Is he sticking with that MD1? He must be.
It looks like a purple disc in his hand, yeah.
We saw him base this.
This is the opportunity that every player has given McBeth in the past. And now McBeth has turned and handed it to Eagle. Can he get one in bounds and have at least one stroke heading into 18? I mean, McBeth is over 55, 60 feet from the pin.
Putting for his par.
Putting for par. That is perfect execution.
That's huge. The pressure's on Paul. Paul's going to be putting first, and Eagle might not even have to run that if Paul misses.
Kevin going wide forehand. This needs the sit, and that doesn't. Nothing stops that.
That's so mean.
It is. It's cruel. It is a cruel hole.
Where did they stop? It rolls all the way to the audience, and I picked it up. Okay, thank you for you.
McBeth needs to drain this. I just didn't ever have a chance. And what a gift to Eagle. I mean, he had to walk through that door and throw a great tee shot, but now he has the huge advantage of just laying this one up. Something he was unable to do successfully in round 3. And no! Oi, 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 oi. Nate, how close was that to standing all the way up and rolling down the hill?
I mean, I got to say that
that's another misfire.
Fortunate.
Incredibly.
I mean, we know that you can't hit the base.
You have to come up 10 to 15 feet short there. You can't even come close to challenging. So McBeth will be teeing off on hole 18, down 1, something that he has done before and won the event going back to 2017. Greg Barsby holding the 71-hole lead going into the final hole, ran into some trouble, went out of bounds off the tee, out of bounds with approach, made a huge putt for 5, but McBeth took advantage of the opportunity, got his birdie 3, and won the event by 1 stroke. Another incredible battle out here, but those scores paled in comparison to what we are seeing this week between these two Goliaths as they attack the final 72nd hole of the event. Potentially final. We could see more holes.
I hope we're in the booth for another hour. I mean, we might not catch our flight.
It would only be fair.
But
no
I
kidding.
hope we are.
It all comes down to the last hole in the event, as it should.
Okay, so Eagle's going with this FD3. Touch of Anheuser out of the hand is what he's looking for.
Oh, yeah. And look at the fist bump.
Is that a fist bump mid-flight?
Look at the fist pump. I think it's a fist bump, not just to say, hey, I did it to McBeth, but I think it's a little bit of a fist bump because I think he misfired the first 3 rounds. Way too far left, rounds 1 and 3. He got lucky in 1 and 2, and we got lucky in round 3. This time he threw that exactly the way he wanted to, and he's in great position. McMahon now knows any mistake, it's game over. It has to be perfect off the tee.
Paul going Onyx and actually throwing the exact same line.
Very common line. Throwing through the slip.
And he's done it. That's very similar. Just missed the bunker.
No, you can't write this up, Nate. That is McMahon's disc.
That was his disc that he landed right behind?
A disc behind.
So Paul's first?
Yes. Yes. Paul will be first, but by a disc width. I mean, the McBattle in so many ways.
It's hard to tell what's safe in that view. There's stakes everywhere. I mean,
I think that was fine.
Yeah, that was a good shot, but this is the best finishing hole in our sport.
Look at
here.
Look at the difference between those 2 shots.
Okay, so Paul picking up the same disc, going Onyx, about 350 in here.
This is best case scenario for Paul to be able to go first. Show Eagle how close he will be to the pin, and the answer to that question is very close. That's ideal.
Pressure's on, Germ.
Huge.
So, yeah, Eagle's attacking here.
Oh, I mean, of course
he just has to get up and down.
Nate, I think this is good.
Curl.
Nate, I think this is good.
He has a 14-foot putt for the win.
Wow. Chandler sticking with the game plan. High over the gallery. Heiser, he's finally got the right line.
It's pretty sick.
It's a really sick play. So Kevin, just this approach left to secure his podium finish, 3rd place at the major, and he'll have that tap in for an incredible week. McBeth needs to make this, obviously. But he sees how close Eagle is, and I think he realizes that his time as the champ out here at the Beast is coming to an end.
Great performance from Chandler Kramer. Honestly, a pleasure to watch this
Truly.
man attack this course all forehand.
This for the major title of the European Open. The lefty backhand. Still all backhands this week. Eagle McMahon. Straight to his girlfriend, Ratana. The feelings he must be going through right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 European Open champion, Eagle McMahon!
Incredible. Incredible. Yeah, there's goosebumps on your arm and there's goosebumps on mine. Congratulations to Eagle, but also congratulations to Paul McBeth. What a performance. 41 under par beats any of his prior wins, and it's still not enough to take down this title this year. Shout out to Niklas Antila, the top performing Finn at 24 under par. An incredible event, an incredible spectacle. Once again, a crowning achievement for UC Maresma and the entire Finnish disc golf community. Nate, what a pleasure.
Absolutely, Germ. Unforgettable. We'll never forget this one.
We'll see you guys coming up soon. Wow.